everything, but I have to say that I'm feeling whiplash because we've never had any significant discussion in public, and I can only imagine what the public is thinking with kind of the skids that are greased and everything in terms of knowing where the general generator can be transferred from one location to the other. I mean, this seems like everything's all done, and we just need to rubber stamp this. It's not. There is a lot that has been done with no discussion in public, and we have minimal discussions in private sessions, and they have not been adequate. We have not gotten anything in writing ever. And no analysis of how much room and space do we need for police, for public works, and so on. I remember you saying that you have done the analysis, but we never got anything in writing. And so I am disturbed that we are being presented with something we've got to be voting on in 1 week that without any kind of public engagement, public education, and public discussion that involves council. There's a lot of work here. Thank you very much for that. I have to, obviously, there's been a lot of work, but you've had discussions almost up to, it seems as though, almost committing the borough to purchase property without having any discussion in public, and it really disturbs me. And in my opinion, I think it should disturb those in the audience, and I think it should disturb everybody who's not here as well as voters and taxpayers.
You're allowed, this building is falling apart. This has been discussed. Yeah, behind closed doors, it's been discussed. We don't know what's going to happen until we finally have a piece of property that we can work with. This has been discussed. This building, like I said, is a fire pit. We are cleaning up an entire street right next to the fire, the borough, the police, everybody on one block. It is such a win-win. This man and this man has worked so hard to try to put this together. Now that he's put it together, and this has been discussed several times behind closed doors. Now we're able to bring it to the public, which that's what we're doing. And that's what we're paid to do.
Well,
You question everything.
Behind closed doors and sharing it with people. So I'm
It
sure
makes
they'll
no
know.
sense until we know what we can do. Whatever.
The discussion about the condition of this building should not have been discussed in closed session. There are so many things that should not have been discussed in closed session.
You are 100% negative against
I beg to differ. Wait, excuse me. I beg to differ. Everything we discussed about this building has been out in the public.
Yeah.
Because we have had to we've had to pass ordinances to get repairs done because they were over the cost. So you can't sit here and say that we didn't discuss this building in public because we've been discussing it for as long as I've been on council. And the repairs that have to be done and the anchors that are outside, those have been discussions because we've had to use taxpayer money to fix them. So you can't say that we haven't discussed this. You can't say we haven't talked about that back wall falling off. If you haven't been here for those meetings, and I'm sorry, you read the minutes. You should know that that's been discussed.
Okay, it's been discussed, we have approved the projects and so on, but it has been very, very minimal, and in my opinion, the preparation for such a major project is something that the public has in many ways deserves and should expect to be introduced to over a much longer time period than just it being sprung on them. Oh, we're going to vote on spending or entering into a contract for $300,000 to purchase a building, in 1 week.
I just think it might be helpful. I don't know. What you're doing is basically saying,
not going to be like next week, everybody's reading the common law. It's just what Jeff is yours.
And we have a plan now, and the 7 residents that are sitting there know about it. We comment on the wall. We're sharing it now. We actually have some way to move forward instead of saying, hey, what are we going to do here? We actually have a concrete plan saying, this is how we want to do this. So if the public wants to get involved, the citizens of Swissvale are interested in making comment, now is the time.
Well, it really sounds like it, not only is it almost too late for
It's never too late.
the community to get involved, it's too late for us to, it feels like, to have a whole lot of input into this. I just feel this is, I know it's not being surprised on us because of some of the prior discussions in private.
I mean, the format and all the stuff which might be, you're still gonna have plenty of time to talk about it. I mean, all we're talking about now is starting the process, and then the first steps are purchasing the property. That is something you're gonna have to decide as a council, and what there's involved, obviously, is do we want to relocate to the site, and how much are we gonna pay? So that's really the issue, you're not even there yet. All this other stuff, you're welcome to discuss it, where things are, where they're located, that's all.
Not our expertise.
Yeah.
And I think we are capable of saying, how do you design this and that? They actually have talked about this building for over a year, about acquiring it.
So I have another question, because you were in those secret meetings we had in the back, when the borough manager came to us and said, do you mind if I proceed? You didn't have any objections in the back when the collective council sat back there in our secret meetings and told the borough manager he could proceed. Am I not correct? Because, I mean, everybody's here, right? Witnesses? Okay. So, in the other thing.
Council as a whole said, yes, proceed. I did several times raise concerns about the process.
No, council as a whole sat back in our secret meeting, you were there. I have 6 other witnesses, you agreed to allow me to move forward, okay? Number 1. Number 2, I know for a fact that Mr. Wilhelm went to Chief Watson and also to Mr. Bouchy and asked them, what do you need? It's not up to me to decide how to design the police department. He got the input from the department head on what would you like to see in our new borough building. So I'm not sure, he didn't come to me, I don't know what a police department needs, I don't know what the DPW needs. But they were given the opportunity to give input to him on what their needs are.
And that's important, and
So,
that's good.
who else
But
is
we have
needed?
not been provided with the information of the results of that, and that could have been discussed and presented into public.
It's right here on page 4.
It could have been presented into public months ago, or whenever it was collected.
Months ago.
The number of square feet, the types of rooms, and so on, is something that could have been presented as, you know, and the education process and so on could have started a good while ago, maybe even several years ago, that we have this problem, and begin preparing the community that this is an expense that is on our horizon, and we're going to be looking into it, and still again, to spring it on people at this stage, it just